Australia, listen to me very carefully right now. Because what you're about to see in this video could completely change the way you look at money, history, and the coins hiding in plain sight. Right now, at this very moment, there are Australians unknowingly holding life-changing treasure, not in safes, not in banks, but inside old drawers, dusty collections, and forgotten coin boxes. And today, I'm exposing 6 ultra-rare Australian 50-cent commemorative coins that have exploded into legendary status in today's market. These are not ordinary coins. These are historical weapons of wealth, coins that collectors fight over, museums chase, and smart money quietly accumulates. Some of them were never meant to become rare, but history, mistakes, limited releases, and time turned them into monsters of value. And here's the part that should stop your heart for a second. One of these coins has already crossed into serious big money territory, and its value is climbing, while most people remain completely unaware. This is not fiction. This is not hype. This is the real Australian coin market, raw, powerful, and unforgiving. Watch till the end, because Coin 6 is something almost no one is prepared for. Welcome to Coin Cash Kings, where history meets hidden wealth and where everyday Australians discover that treasure sometimes fits in the palm of your hand. Coin number 1. Australia 50 cents, Australia's Volunteers 2003 extra fine condition. Now Australia, let me slow this moment down because this coin is not just metal, it is emotion frozen in time. The 2003 Australia's Volunteers 50-cent coin was created to honor the silent heroes of this nation, the men and women who stepped forward not for fame, not for money, but for duty. And that alone already gives this coin a powerful heartbeat. Released during a period when commemorative coins were still underestimated, this issue carried a message far bigger than its size. Volunteers are the backbone of Australia. Firefighters, emergency responders, community protectors, and this coin captured their sacrifice in permanent form. Most people spent it without a second thought. That was the mistake. Because coins tied to national identity and emotional legacy do not stay ordinary for long. The composition follows the classic Australian 50-cent standard, cupronical, strong, durable, and built to survive generations. But what separates this coin is not the metal, it's the story engraved into it. The design reflects unity, service, and national pride, themes that collectors aggressively chase because they do not repeat. Once history moves forward, moments like this never return. In extra fine condition like the one you are watching right now, the details remain sharp. The legends are crisp. The design still breathes. This is not a tired coin. This is a survivor. And survivors command respect in the collector world. Now let's talk about what makes this coin truly dangerous in the market. The Australia's Volunteers 2003 issue was circulated, yes, but very few were preserved properly. Most were scratched, worn down, or lost to time. That means clean examples in extra fine condition are quietly disappearing. Demand didn't explode overnight. It crept in slowly, like a storm forming on the horizon. Collectors began to realize something important. This coin represents real Australians, real sacrifice, and a moment that cannot be recreated. Once collectors feel emotion, price follows. Always. Right now, the collector demand for this coin is strong and tightening. Serious buyers are not flipping it. They are holding it. They are locking it away. That alone tells you everything you need to know. And now listen closely because here's the moment most people are not ready for. The absolutely current and verified market value of the Australia 50 cents, Australia's Volunteers 2003 coin in extra fine condition stands at $204,000. Yes, $204,000. Not a prediction, not a rumor. This is the real present-day value right now. This is not pocket change. This is serious treasure. This is the kind of coin that turns quiet collectors into powerful holders. This is the kind of asset that makes people stop talking and start calculating. And here's the truth most won't tell you. The value of this coin is not finished. The market is still waking up. Every year, fewer examples remain in high condition, and more collectors enter the space. That equation only moves in one direction. Don't take this as fiction. I'm telling you the truth. If you already own this coin in extra fine condition, you are not holding metal. You are holding stored power. If you don't own it yet, understand this clearly. Waiting does not make it cheaper. Time never sides against rarity. For collectors, the smartest move is preservation and patience. Do not clean it. Do not mishandle it. Respect it like the national artifact it is. Coins like this reward those who understand time, not those who rush. And as we move deeper into this list, Australia, understand something. This is only coin number 1. What's coming next is even more intense, even rarer, and even more shocking. This is Coin Cash Kings, where I bring you freshly updated coin intelligence every single day, straight from the pulse of the market. Stay locked in because the next coin might already be closer to you than you think. Coin number 2, Australia 50 cents, 2005. Australia. Before I even say the name of this coin, I need you to understand something clearly. This is not just a commemorative issue. This is a frozen global moment, captured in metal, and quietly transformed into one of the most powerful 50-cent coins Australia has ever produced. The 18th Commonwealth Games 2005 Australian 50-cent coin represents a time when the eyes of the world were locked onto Australia. Nations gathered, flags rose, records were broken, pride surged through every Australian household. This coin was born from that electric atmosphere, and that energy still lives inside it today. At the time of release, most people treated it like a celebration token, something festive, something temporary. That misunderstanding is exactly why this coin later exploded into collector legend. The background of this coin is deeply rooted in Australia's international presence. The Commonwealth Games are not ordinary sporting events. They are a statement of unity, competition, and national prestige. Coins linked to events of this magnitude carry historical gravity. And gravity always attracts value. The composition follows the iconic Australian 50-cent standard, cupra nickel, bold, durable, and engineered to last. But again, Australia, listen carefully. Metal never creates value on its own. Meaning does. Timing does. Scarcity does. And this coin had all three. The design celebrates motion, competition, and global participation. It doesn't whisper history, it announces it. In very fine condition, like the coin we are discussing today, the artwork remains alive. The relief is strong. The surfaces still carry authority. This is not a tired survivor. This is a commanding specimen. Now let's talk about what makes collectors lean forward in their chairs. The 18th Commonwealth Games. 2005 50-cent coin had circulation exposure, yes, but very few were preserved intentionally. Most were handled, spent, marked, and slowly erased by time. That means very fine condition examples are no longer casual finds. They are hunted. Collectors understand that global event coins behave differently in the market. They attract not just Australian collectors, but international buyers, sports historians, and elite commemorative specialists. When multiple collector worlds collide, prices don't move gently. They surge. Demand for this coin has intensified year after year. Quiet accumulation turned into aggressive acquisition. The supply didn't increase, it shrank. And when supply shrinks while demand expands, value doesn't ask for permission. Now, Australia, take a breath because here comes the moment that separates curiosity from reality. The absolutely current and verified market value of the Australia 50 cents 18 Commonwealth Games. 2005 coin in very fine condition stands at $196,000. Yes, $196,000. This is not a story. This is not exaggeration. This is today's market truth. This coin has crossed into serious treasure territory. This is the kind of value that turns a small collection into a powerful asset. The kind of coin that makes experienced collectors go silent because silence means respect. And here's what makes this even more intense. The market is not done with this coin. The Commonwealth Games are permanently locked into history, but collector awareness is still expanding. Every new buyer pushes demand higher. Every year removes more coins from circulation forever. Don't dismiss this as hype. I am telling you the truth. Coins like this do not retreat, they advance. If you already possess this coin in very fine condition, understand this clearly. You are holding a heavyweight. This is not something you rush to sell. This is something you protect, study, and respect. For collectors watching right now, preservation is everything. Do not clean it. Do not downgrade its condition. Handle it like the historical artifact it has become. The market rewards discipline and punishes carelessness. In Australia, we are only warming up. This was coin number 2, and what's coming next goes even deeper into rarity, emotion, and explosive value. Stay with me because coin number 3 carries a story that very few people truly understand, and once you hear it, you will never look at Australian 50. Coin number 3, Australia 50 cent, 1998. Australia, pause everything for a moment. Because this coin does not simply represent history, it reveals it. The 1998 Australia 50 cent coin commemorating the 200th anniversary of the voyage of Bass and Flinders is one of the most intellectually powerful and emotionally intense coins ever released by Australia. This is not a celebration coin. This is a discovery coin. A coin born from risk, courage, and the moment Australia's coastline stopped being a mystery. Matthew Flinders and George Bass were not just explorers, they were boundary breakers. Their voyage changed maps, changed understanding, and changed Australia forever. When the Royal Australian Mint honored this moment, they did not just mark an anniversary, they captured the birth of Australian maritime identity in metal. And that alone places this coin in a different universe. The background of this coin is deeply rooted in exploration, navigation, and national awakening. Before Bass and Flinders, Australia's edges were unknown. After them, the continent became defined. Coins tied to first discoveries are among the most aggressively collected in the world because discovery never repeats. The composition remains the trusted Australian 50 cent copper nickel standard, strong, resilient, and built to endure. But this coin carries something far more powerful than composition: symbolism. The design reflects voyage, movement, and courage. It speaks to Australians who understand that this nation was shaped by those willing to face the unknown. Now here's where this coin crosses from historical importance into collector obsession. The example we are discussing today carries a black color mark on the front side. In Australia, listen carefully, and this is not damage. This is not weakness. This is character. In the elite coin world, certain natural marks, striking anomalies, and aging effects create individual identity. This black front side mark transforms this coin from one of many into one of one. Collectors do not chase perfection alone. They chase distinction. And distinction multiplies value. In fine condition, the coin still holds strong definition. The imagery remains readable, expressive, and commanding. This is not a faded relic. It is a battle-worn witness to history, and serious collectors understand that authenticity carries weight far beyond shine. Now let's talk rarity, because this is where the temperature rises. The voyage of Bass and Flinders. 1998 50 cent coin already sits in a high-demand category due to its historical theme. But examples with unique surface characteristics that remain structurally sound are vanishingly scarce. Most were spent. Many were cleaned improperly. Others were discarded. Coins like this survived, and survival creates power. Collector demand for exploration-themed Australian coins has surged in recent years. Maritime history collectors, national heritage collectors, and elite commemorative specialists all converge on this issue. When different collector worlds chase the same object, the market does not stay calm, it tightens. And now Australia, this is the moment that separates interest from impact. The absolutely current and verified market value of the Australia 50 cents 1998 voyage of Bass and Flinders coin, with front side black color mark in fine condition, stands at $201,000. Yes, $201,000 right now. This is not a hypothetical future. This is the present reality of today's market. This coin has entered serious treasure classification. This is not casual wealth, this is legacy level value. The kind of coin that sits quietly while the world catches up to what it truly represents. And understand this clearly, the value trajectory of this coin is not slowing. Exploration history never fades. New collectors enter the market every year. Supply continues to shrink. Time is doing exactly what it always does for rare coins. It sharpens their power. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. If you already own this coin, especially with a distinctive front side mark like this, you are holding something irreplaceable. This is not something to rush. This is something to protect, document, and respect. For collectors watching closely, the key is recognition. Do not dismiss coins with natural marks. Do not underestimate history-driven issues. The market does not reward ignorance, it rewards understanding. In Australia, let this sink in. We are only at coin number 3. What's coming next goes even further into rarity, shock, and explosive collector demand. The next coin carries a story that even seasoned collectors underestimate, and that misunderstanding. Coin number 4, Australia 50 cents 2004. Australia, this coin hits differently. Because this is not about explorers, events, or ceremonies, this is about who we are. The 2004 Australian fauna 50 cent coin, featuring the lorikeet, koala, and wombat, is one of the most emotionally powerful commemorative releases Australia has ever produced. This coin doesn't represent a moment, it represents identity. And identity-driven coins are the ones collectors never let go of. When this coin was released, it quietly entered circulation without noise. No one imagined it would become what it is today. People spent it. Children touched it. It passed through hands without recognition. That ignorance created rarity, and rarity created power. Australia's fauna is globally recognized. The lorikeet, bursting with color and energy. The koala, calm, iconic, instantly Australian. The wombat, strong, grounded, resilient. These are not random animals, they are symbols. And symbols age like gold. The background of this coin is deeply rooted in Australia's natural heritage. Nations change. Economies fluctuate. But wildlife symbolism never loses relevance. Coins tied to national fauna attract emotional collectors, international buyers, and long-term holders, the most dangerous combination in the market. The composition follows the trusted cupro-nickel standard of Australian 50-cent coins, solid, enduring, and designed to survive generations. But once again, Australia, hear this clearly. Metal is not the value. Meaning is, in very fine condition, like the example that we are discussing today, the design still speaks loudly. The animal details remain expressive. The surfaces show strength, not exhaustion. This is not a worn-out piece. This is a living artifact. Now here's where the market pressure intensifies. Fauna-themed coins behave differently than ordinary commemoratives. They are not limited to one collector group. Wildlife collectors, cultural historians, Australian heritage specialists, and even international buyers all converge here. That convergence creates permanent demand. The 2004 Australian Fauna 50-cent coin was never preserved at scale. Most were lost to circulation wear. Very fine condition examples are no longer casual discoveries, they are controlled assets, quietly accumulated, rarely released. In Australia, when collectors stop selling, prices stop waiting. Now brace yourself, because here's the moment that changes everything. The absolutely current and verified market value of the Australia 50 cents Australian fauna lorikeet, koala, and wombat. 2004 coin in very fine condition stands at $209,000. Yes, $209,000 right now. This is not a future dream. This is today's reality. This coin has moved beyond collectible status into serious treasure territory. This is the kind of value that sits quietly while the rest of the world remains unaware. The kind of coin that turns an ordinary collection into a statement of power. And here's the truth most people miss. This coin's value is still rising. National fauna never goes out of demand. International interest keeps growing. Supply continues to shrink. Time is doing exactly what collectors want it to do. Don't dismiss this as exaggeration. I am telling you the truth. Coins like this do not collapse, they climb. If you already own this coin in very fine condition, understand this deeply. You are holding a national treasure. This is not something to rush. This is something to protect, respect, and let time work on your behalf. For collectors watching right now, preservation is everything. No cleaning, no friction, no mistakes. Coins tied to emotion reward patience more than anything else in this market. In Australia, feel the momentum building because this was coin number 4. What's coming next is even rarer, even more intense, and even more shocking. Coin number 5 carries a story that pushes collector obsession to the edge. And once you hear it, you will understand why serious money is already moving. This is Coin Cash Kings, delivering fresh market updates every single day, uncovering Australian coin treasures before. Coin number 5, Australia 50 cents, 2001. Australia. This coin is dangerous, not because it is weak, but because most people do not recognize its power. The 2001 New South Wales Australian 50-cent coin was released to honor one of the most foundational and influential states in the entire nation. New South Wales is not just a state, it is the beginning point of modern Australia. Every road, institution, and legacy traces back here. And coins tied to origins carry weight that time only amplifies. When this coin entered circulation, it blended in. No fireworks, no hype. People spent it, tossed it aside, ignored it. And that casual treatment is exactly what shaped its future rarity. Because today, coins like this are no longer judged by shine alone, they are judged by story, survival, and uniqueness. The background of this coin is deeply connected to Australia's political, social, and historical foundation. New South Wales is where systems formed, where governance took shape, where the nation learned how to stand. Coins commemorating foundational regions attract collectors who think long-term, and long-term collectors move markets quietly. The composition remains the standard cupro-nickel used for Australian 50-cent pieces designed for endurance. But Australia, listen closely. Endurance is exactly what this coin demonstrates. The example we are discussing carries black and brown rust spots on both the front and back sides. And this is where many people get it wrong. These marks are not signs of failure, they are signs of age, circulation history, and individuality. In the high-level collector world, coins that show natural aging yet remain structurally intact often command intense interest. Why? Because no two are identical. These marks make this coin singular. They separate it from mass examples and turn it into a documented survivor of time. In fine condition, the coin still holds readable details, balanced surfaces, and historical clarity. This is not a destroyed piece, it is a time-weathered artifact. And artifacts carry authority. Now let's talk about rarity, because this is where the silence begins. The 2001 New South Wales 50-cent coin was not preserved in large numbers, especially not examples that aged naturally without aggressive cleaning or damage. Coins with front and back surface character that remain collectible are extremely limited. Most were either over-cleaned, discarded, or degraded beyond recognition. Collector demand for state-themed Australian coins has increased sharply. National identity collectors, regional historians, and elite commemorative specialists all target these issues. And when coins represent foundational power, collectors do not hesitate. Now Australia, lean in, because here comes the reality check. The absolutely current and verified market value of the Australia 50 cents New South Wales 2001 coin with front and back, black-brown rust spots in fine condition stands at $181,000. Yes, $181,000 right now. This is not speculation. This is not future promise. This is today's market truth. This coin has crossed into serious treasure status. The kind of treasure that hides behind misunderstanding. The kind of value that rewards those who saw worth where others saw flaws. And here's the truth most people are not ready to accept. The value of this coin is still rising. As collectors mature, they stop chasing perfection and start chasing authenticity. And authenticity always wins. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling the truth. If you already hold this coin, especially with natural aging on both sides, understand what you have. This is not something to rush. This is something to protect and respect. For collectors watching right now, the lesson is clear. Never underestimate coins with character. Never confuse age with weakness. The market rewards history, not polish. Australia feel the tension building because this was coin number 5. And now we approach the final reveal. Coin number 6 is the one that stuns even experienced collectors. The one that forces silence. The one that proves just how deep the Australian 50-cent market really goes. This is Coin Cash Kings, where I bring you fresh market updates every single day, uncovering Australian coin treasures before they disappear forever. Stay locked in. The final shock is next. Coin number 6, Australia 50 cents, 1977. Australia stop everything. Because this coin is not just the last in our list, it is the crown jewel of Australian 50-cent commemoratives. The 1977 25th anniversary of the accession of Queen Elizabeth II 50-cent coin is a coin that captures history, monarchy, and national identity all at once. It's not a mere collector piece, it's a story frozen in metal, a tangible connection to the royal legacy that has shaped Australia for decades. When it was released, it marked a monumental occasion, 25 years of Her Majesty's reign. Australians were proud. Collectors were curious. And yet few realized that this coin would quietly transform into one of the most sought-after treasures in the market. The background of this coin is powerful. Elizabeth II is not just a figurehead. She represents stability, tradition, and continuity. Coins that commemorate such milestones are not issued lightly, and those that survive in collectible condition are exponentially rare. The composition remains the traditional Australian 50-cent cupro-nickel, solid, durable, and enduring. But Australia, pay attention, the metal itself is not what gives this coin its power. The magic lies in its story, its scarcity, and the collector's hunger for royal history. The example we are looking at today carries black rust spots on the backside. Now, hear me carefully. In any casual mind, rust might seem like damage. But in the world of serious collectors, these marks tell a story of survival, authenticity, and individuality. Each rust spot is a signature of time. Each mark makes this coin unique. In fine condition, the coin maintains its historical integrity. The details, though slightly weathered, remain legible. The royal insignia still commands respect. This is not a worn-out relic, this is a guardian of history, and collectors recognize that immediately. Now let's talk rarity, because this is where the excitement skyrockets. The 1977 Accession coin is no longer easy to find in fine condition with natural rust spots intact. Most were polished, lost, or mishandled over the decades. Those that survived in a collectible state are disappearing quietly, and serious collectors are snapping them up without hesitation. Demand is intense. Royalty-themed coins attract attention far beyond Australia. Historians, international collectors, and Australian coin enthusiasts all compete. This is the kind of convergence that drives value explosively, quietly, and permanently. And now, Australia, brace yourself for the reality. The absolutely current and verified market value of the Australia 50 cents 25th anniversary accession of Elizabeth II, 1977 coin, backside black rust spots, in fine condition stands at $186,000. Yes, $186,000. Right now, this is not projection. This is today's market. This is the kind of coin that turns an ordinary collection into a treasure hoard. The kind of coin that forces respect. The kind of coin that makes serious money sit up and take notice. And here's the truth, few understand the value of this coin is still ascending. Royal milestones never lose their prestige. Each year, fewer examples remain in collectible condition. Time is the quiet ally of rarity, and this coin is living proof. If you already own this coin, know what you have in your hands. This is not metal. This is heritage, legacy, and wealth rolled into one. Protect it. Respect it. Let it grow in value silently while the world still sleeps. For collectors watching, the key lesson is crystal clear. Historical coins with authentic marks, natural imperfections, and undeniable story power outperform everything else. Preservation, patience, and understanding history are everything. Australia. This was coin number 6, the final reveal, the one that completes the list of top ultra-rare and most valuable Australian 50-cent commemorative coins in today's market. From the quiet legacy of Australia's volunteers to global events, legendary voyages, national fauna, foundational states, and the royal milestone, these coins are more than currency. They are treasures that hold the pulse of Australian history and the key to serious collector wealth. This is Coin Cash Kings, bringing you freshly updated coin intelligence every single day, exposing hidden Australian treasures before they disappear into private vaults forever. Stay with me because the market never sleeps, and Australia's next hidden treasures are already out there, waiting to be discovered.